I'm Wendy Williams with the Lancaster Outlook. Business and Neighborhood Watch. These are two proven methods of fighting crime in a community. Shelli Henson is with the Public Safety Office, a group that helps to train and support. Hello, Shelli. You were actually very instrumental in taking the Public Safety Office and making it what it is today. What is the purpose? What's the mission?
Well, I believe there's many aspects to our mission. First and foremost, we're here for the city residents. To support them, we get daily, weekly complaints, whether it's related to calls they made to the sheriff's station or animal care and control, customer service issues. A lot of our Neighborhood Watch and Business Watch program members can call with questions related to public safety. Obviously, too, our Neighborhood Watch and Business Watch are our top priorities, but we cover many aspects of public safety.
Now, why join? What's the purpose? Why?
Well, Neighborhood Watch has been proven over the years. It actually was founded in 1972, and it's one of the most effective ways to keep crime out of your neighborhood. So that's first and foremost the number one reason. And it also brings about neighborhood camaraderie. These days, most people don't know who their neighbors are, and we tell them they don't have to be best friends. If they become friends, great, but at least be able to identify who lives in what home in your neighborhood.
And since you've started this, the number of neighborhood watches has just grown and flourished. How many do we have out there?
Well, when I started in November of '06 to start the office, the sheriff's station had 10 groups, and we're now going to be over 150 by the end of the month.
Oh, that's a lot of juggling.
Yes.
Oh, that must be a lot of work. How do you keep on top of these groups to give them the support and training that I'm sure they need?
Well, the two crime prevention officers and myself, we're doing meetings every night, Monday through Thursday, every week. So we're pretty busy. And then we also have block captain quarterly meetings. Although we call it Block Captain Quarterly Meeting, it's for all Neighborhood Watch participants. We're also getting ready to start a retail meeting on a monthly or quarterly basis for our businesses.
Now, what is it seems so obvious. What's the difference between business and Neighborhood Watch? Does it run basically the same way?
Yes, the idea behind it is the same. However, I found that it's been harder to get businesses to join. It's not as easy working with the neighborhoods, but the idea behind it is the same. We want them to know their fellow business people. Let's say they're in a shopping center. We want that communication. In Neighborhood Watch, we promote the use of a phone tree and block map, again, to know who lives in what house. Well, the same with the businesses.
Just as an example, if somebody's walking down a street and they've been in their shop and they head out the door, why not call a few businesses down the line to let them know that these are some shady characters? Is that somehow a way it would work?
So that way everyone knows what to keep their eyes and ears open for. And also, if this shady person, possibly, whether they shoplifted in that store, who knows, maybe the business owner caught on, but by making that phone call, maybe the second or third business away, he does try to shoplift, and that way the personnel in the store can keep their eyes open and make that phone call to the sheriff's station.
Now, Shelli, have you seen it be effective? Are we seeing a reduction in crime in our neighborhoods and throughout our business retail sector?
Definitely with our neighborhoods. I want to say yes for Business Watch, but that's much newer than Neighborhood Watch, and I don't like to give false numbers. But definitely for Neighborhood Watch, it has been proven, and overall our city crime rate has, we are doing better.
Decline. Now, I wonder if I'm in a neighborhood right now and I'm interested in this. I'm not quite sure how to get going. What's the best effective method?
Actually, you can call the Public Safety Office, 723-6063. That's our main number. And we'll get your name, address, and phone number, and we'll send an interest packet to you. It gives you a general outline and purpose of Neighborhood Watch, and we also give you 20 copies of a generic meeting notice. So once you calendar a date with us, you can use that meeting notice to hand out to your neighbors of where the meeting will be. We like them to be in the neighborhood. And then we also include 20 copies of a neighborhood assessment survey. So that way neighbors can tell us what is and is not working in their neighborhood, what they do and don't like, and so how we can best work together.
In our busy lives, I guess the question might be, what's the time commitment?
You know, it's not much. We require at least 2 meetings a year to stay active. However, most of our groups meet more than that, and we encourage them. It's better to meet more often than not, because something as simple as a stranger walking through the neighborhood, one end of the street may see that stranger, but the other end has no idea. So again, the use of the phone tree and having meetings often. When I say we require 2 meetings, that's with a staff person from public safety.
Oh, so you're actually there to answer questions and
Yes.
help solve problems that might
Yes.
emerge. What about the vigilante problems? Do we see any of that, or is it pretty low-key?
So far, knock on wood, it's low-key,
Good,
but
good.
we do tell our neighborhoods to be vigilant, but not vigilantes.
Correct.
We don't want them to put themselves in harm's way. We want them to call and report crime and suspicious activity.
Now, the Public Safety Office has also recently gotten into emergency preparedness and burglary prevention. Tell me about that.
Well, first with emergency preparedness, that's actually one of my passions. I've been trained on several levels with that, and ever since I got here to Lancaster, since we live on 4 fault lines here in the AV.
Good to have a little preparedness.
Exactly. But especially since we had that recent earthquake, we've been pushing it even more to all of our neighborhood watch, and now we'll be pushing it to our business watch. I'm also involved in assisting with emergency preparedness at the city to make sure that City Hall is ready if and when. It's actually when, not if, because we know an earthquake will happen. And they are predicting in the next 20 years a 7.8 earthquake.
Which is scary.
It
Just
is.
scary.
So it's very important that everyone be properly prepared.
Now, what about the burglary prevention efforts?
Burglary prevention, we've been doing several community presentations on that, in addition to presentations at individual neighborhood watch groups and to our business watch groups. That's important because unfortunately burglary is one of our Part 1 crimes that we've been having the most difficulty with. Unfortunately, we have several burglaries. However, we're working really hard to decrease burglaries here in the city, and this is one aspect, an educational campaign to get the word out to our residents and businesses how to better secure their home or their business so they don't become victims.
Always a wealth of information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you've been listening to Shelli Henson from the city's Public Safety Office, and this is the Lancaster Outlook.